Namaste, welcome to Yoga Loft Engadin online classes. Today I bring in something different. I want to start to prepare kind of workshops for practice and improve and develop some skills for specific asanas. And I think that sometimes during the practice it's hard to find the space and the flow to develop especially skills. And the idea of the class of today is to don't do a yoga practice, but to do like a workout or a training for specific position or asanas or strength that we need for some kind of work. So let's go directly there. Today I want to work in something that many of you really need, that are the shoulders and the plates movement and the strength that we need for Sirsasana, for handstand or for arm balances. Everything is kind of connected, and once that you start to understand from where you need to take the strength, it gets easier. And I think that a lot of you can work on this. Even if you can do a nice Sirsasana or a tripod in your handstand, then it's important to try to be more stable and to try to move less and active a lot your bandhas. In yoga we have kind of locks of energy that we use to have a nice position, that they are called bandhas, and you can have it on your feet, on your pelvic floor, your belly bottom, even your throat, and there are many more. And it's important to know how to lock your energy in those places. So something that it's really important when you are doing a handstand, it's to have the belly really in and yet the pelvic floor closed, so your core, your back is aligned, and for the rest of the body it's easier to move. That it's something really important, and it's something that you can practice. Imagine that you want to pee and you cannot go to the toilet. You enclose that area, the same with the belly, and from there you increase the space that you have on your spine and your back, but with the same movement. So that is something that it's good to have in your whole practice. But when you are doing a Sirsasana or a pincha or even a handstand, you can really focus on that. And then you also know how to active the strength that you have in your shoulders, the open and the space in your armpit, and the same the movement that you have in the plates that you like to reject and create more space. I'm talking a lot, but I think that it's important to know a bit what are we trying to get when we are practicing something that requires a lot of control. So for this practice I want to have a bell. If you don't have it, you can bring a towel. I want to be capable to do this movement, and I don't want to bend the arm. So if I'm going from this place to this place, bending the arms, it means that I need to open more my arms, or if this is too easy, it means that I can close a bit the distance between my hands in the bell. I need this, and I need also a block would be perfect. If you don't have it, you can bring a book, but I want to have something between my forearms that I can go and come back. Be creative if you don't have it, or if it's too much, you just imagine that you have it, but I want to feel that I'm capable of pressing this. Let's go directly. You can sit on your heels, an easy pose, or anything that feels good. Grab your bell and let's start warming up a bit, moving here. We can do like 10, and try to also think in your belly and your lock of energy. Pay attention to your breathing. If it's not comfortable for your neck, You can also look and bring your chin lightly to your chest. And if you feel, okay, it's not comfortable here, or it feels good, you can stay longer there. And start to create some circles. I like to have the feeling that I'm going first with one arm and then with the other one. So also for my scapula, for my blades, I start to feel that they are working separately. So usually they work together, but I think it's also good to say, okay, this one is rolling good, this one is not moving that good, and we change the circles also to the other side. I think we can do this practice once per week if you want to really work on your skills. Good. So if you need to do something movement, or if you need to move the neck or shoulders, you can do it. And I want to have my knees aligned with my hip, stand on the knees, and I will move from one side to the other side, but trying to have more space, a better movement. You can do a few more. And now you will try to stay with your shoulders more or less aligned without doing nothing strange in case you are doing, and focus also in your core activation, because here I want to start to bend the arm that I have lower, pressing higher with the other one, and pay attention to your shoulders. Usually we have the tendency to do this alignment with the shoulders. Try to continue moving. One or two more. You can create a shorter distance. Good. Leave for a moment the bell. And something that I want to work today, it's in case you don't know what Sirsasana is, would be this head. Good. We have many variations here, and something that usually we don't know what to do or how to think about it. It's in our hands, because if we go strict to the pose, we will interlace the fingers and bring in the crown to the mat, and the hands there for a support, and then from there I'm only using my crown as a point. But sometimes with the pinky, with the small fingers, it's uncomfortable. So I will be closer to you. Something that I think that it's good is to interlace and have the pinky one aligned with the other one, so you don't have the pain that can happen if you do this. That depends on your hands. For me, I don't feel any pain here, but I know that many people, yes. So the pinky are together. And today what I want to practice is something that we will interlace, but the pinkies will be like this. I will interlace and the pinkies are pointing, because this will help me to have the forearms on the floor, and that I can activate a lot the blades and the shoulder strength. That is something that I really need for this. So the movement with my hands will be the one that I feel with my pinkies aligned, and I will bring forearms to the mat. But remember that the space and the correct space that I need for my shoulders is I'm touching with my hand the opposite elbow, crossing and interlacing my fingers, and pinky on the mat. So this will help me to really feel that my forearms are pressing the floor, and my goal is to always, I'm not collapsing and letting the weight, I'm always activated a lot. So you can see the difference only by seeing me. Here I'm doing nothing, here I'm active. So my belly is in, I'm locking, I'm pressing the floor. and I can relax. Only doing this for me, it's already a nice work. So we will do some cat and cow, but thinking in the movement of pressing the floor with my forearms. Let's do 2 or 3 more. If you know how to breathe Ujjayi, remember it's a really tip or a really nice help for this. Good. From here you can take a small rest or you can go to your plank. Good. So here again, I'm not rest. If this is too much, you can do it with the knees, but I want to feel that I'm pressing the floor, chin lightly to the chest, toes active, and I will move forward a bit and come back to a neutral, but always pressing with my shoulders and my blades are out. Imagine that your shoulders want to come closer to your ears. Breathe here, belly in, and you should start to feel that this is burning, at least that you are super well trained. And rest. Good. So this is one exercise, and then you can do it if you have with a prop, or imagine that you have it. I will bring this option 1. I'm 90 degrees with my arms. Yes. Option 2, I go further if this is okay. So this include a lot of mobility on your shoulder, so maybe this is too much. And here, imagine that you are pressing. If you have it, you are really pressing the prop. If you don't have it, you imagine that you are pressing, because when I press, this is also activated. And here, I will come, option 1 here, option 2 here. And hold here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we change. So we will do these 2 exercises combined. I will stay 30 seconds more or less in one and then in the other one. If this is too much, you can go with your knees to the floor. If this is too possible, you can stay longer, you decide. So whenever you're ready, prepare. Remember, I'm checking the space in my elbows, interlace, but pinky pointing the floor. You can close. If this is easier, you can open, up to you. Find a nice plank, active, breathe and stay. You can count till 10. Stay aware of your energy. I prefer to stay less seconds, but well activated, than doing something strange. And rest. Good. Wrap your prop. Find a position that it's good for you. Even if you want, you can grab it with your hands. Maybe this is a help for you. Stand on your knees, belly in. And I stay here trying to bring my armpit, my shoulders close to me. So I'm not bringing my ears close to my shoulders. I'm trying to bring my shoulders close to my ears. Belly in, and I hold. This is a nice shoulders, chest opening. It's okay if it's shaking. Open more. And relax. Good. But for me, it's super intense. And we will repeat this 2 more times. So, forearm, active, plank. Try to put weight forward But also the most important is that you create space. If it's shaking, it's okay. You got it. Forearm pressing the floor. Chin lightly to the chest. Active a lot also your feet. And rest. And let's move directly to the other one. So here again, you can start sitting or you can come up. I think it's better if you come up. You're pressing higher your shoulders. Bellying, squeeze an active forearm, close the elbow that usually we want to open them. Try to have them square. Breathe here. And relax. Good. Let's do it one more time. And in this one, if you say, okay, plank is super easy for me, you can, instead of staying here, walk a bit, a kind of dolphin, and we breathe here. But most important, feel that you're pressing with your forearms the floor, that you're breathing, that you know what you're doing. It's okay if you're shaking. I'm shaking. And slowly rest. And we change to the last one of this. So again, find a nice distance, close the elbow and make sure that you're pressing and activated. Try to bring shoulders higher, belly in. Smile so you can relax a bit everything inside you. And rest. Good. If you need, you can do some movement here to relax, or shoulders, roll, circles. Okay, good. So now I will do the same with the prop. If this is not comfortable anymore, you don't use it. But I will bring my right leg forward and I will also press with my hands my lower back so I can relax and stretch the psoas. My right knee is aligned more or less with my right heel. And from there, inhale, come up. I try to go as high as I can, and I will repeat what we just did. Try to bring the belly closer to you. You can even use your hand to create more space here. 2, we stay 5. Active shoulders, bring them higher. And 5, good. Let's change directly to the other side. This is slow but intense. So here again, what I was saying with my hands is that I can press so I can have more space. I don't want to collapse on my lap. I really want to have space here. You will definitely feel the difference. Go low with the hip, but back. Bring your shoulders up, but don't collapsing anything. Good. 2 more. And 5. Good. If that feels good for you, you can definitely repeat it. Okay, and now I want to combine what we did in the beginning. So again, remember how to grab the position, how do you set, but this time close your fingers except the pinky. Good. Amazing. From here, I create a plank, walk to my dolphin, try to bring one leg up, bring it down, and the other one. Good. So if this is too much, you can create more space between your feet and your elbows. But as close as you can, as better as will be. Also, we need some flexibility in our hips to can be able to bring the leg up. The goal is to do Sirsasana without jumping or without using the wall. I don't like the wall a lot because I think that we developed some kind of attachment and then it's hard to let it go. But if you feel more stable or you are at home, first make sure that if you fall, there is nothing that you will break, but also make sure that if you need the wall, you can have it, but not extremely close, because sometimes we need to put some weight forward to then come back to the center. It's kind of hard to go directly in a line. So we will do the same that we did, like 5 times. If you have energy, you can do it 10 times. And if this is too easy for you, you will try to stay a bit longer. So check, interlace fingers, the pinky are pressing, my shoulders are active, my forearms too. Go to your plank, move to your variation of dolphin, walk as much as you can, as much as you feel, bring one leg up, pressing forearms, stay 2, 3, and we change to the other side. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Rest. And we will repeat it 3 more times. If it's too much, you can rest, but something that I really feel that it's important to do is to have a flow and to have a momentum when I say, okay, this is a position that I can hold, not forever, but 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Let's do it one more time. Move to your plank. Active everything you have. Walk. Chin lightly to your chest. One leg up, pressing the floor. Extend the leg. And change to the other side. Pressing with the forearm. 2 and 3. Good. We always have one leg that is better than the other one. So let's repeat it 1 or 2 more times. We can do it directly. We don't need to stay longer if we are tired. Bring it up. Resist, hold, and close to the other side. Good. Nice. I think until here we are okay. If you feel more stable with a prop on your feet, can be an option. I don't like to use them for this very much, but the movement will be here and maybe have a bit more of space. Good. I think until here it's okay, otherwise we're gonna extremely change, and I want to do one more strength exercise. Let's go from tabletop to our down dog. Option 1, you stay in down dog. Option 2, you touch with your hand the opposite shoulder and come back to down dog. Tap, come back, tap, come back, tap, come back. And we do it 3 more times in each side. Try to only move your hand and your arm, but the rest of your body is in the same position. Complete the last one. Look between your legs. And from here we go directly. Maybe you need to walk a bit more your hands so you have more space. Forearms on the floor. You can do it one by one and together. And you come back. We do it 4 more times. If you need to go 1 and 1, it will be like this. But here again, if you can bring it closer to you, that will be better. If you can stay with your heels, that will be better. And rest. Good. Just to let go a bit the weight and the tension in our shoulders. From here, like we did before, but without using the arms, I will extend the right leg, pointing forward, hip pressing to the back. I can do whatever I want with my hands if they are on the floor better. And if I can walk, hands forward, but always thinking about bringing the hip back and the sit bones to the back. Square the hip, breathe here. And slowly prepare for changing to the other side. Again, try to align the hip, but think about pressing with the hip back, foot on the floor or as close as you can from the floor, hip square, belly in, walk your hands and belly pressing to the spine, hip pressing to the back. Breathe here. And slowly start to move, to come back, and we will repeat the exercise that we did before. So inhale, down dog. Tap your shoulder 5 times. Always pressing with the shoulders and the blades high. And from here, go to your dolphin. When you inhale, exhale, down dog. 4 more times, and you can do it one by one. But remember to always press with the shoulders, like if you want to bring them close to your ears. Three more times, 2 more times, up to you. And drop your knees and rest. Good. Hope you are better than me. And now I want to focus in our Sirsasana. So the most important is the setup that you create on your mat. So again, I will focus a lot on the proper distance that I have and checking if I prefer to have my pinkies together or separate. So touch and find the place where you have the crown. That is the correct spot for you. And here, think about press with your forearm. Maybe your head is flying and it's okay because actually we don't need the crown on the mat for this, but it's a support. So play a bit and say, okay, I think here I'm comfortable. And when you are comfortable,
toes on the mat. Extend the leg and walk your feet as close as you can, but don't walk them a lot. Bring one leg up and we hold. One, but only thinking about forearm pressing the floor, shoulders going close to the ears. And rest.
Prepare for changing to the other side when you are ready. And when I say shoulders, usually we say shoulders away from our ears, but the movement is like to press, and when I press, my shoulders go higher and they are closer, but actually they are more activated. So finish with the left leg, and here you can decide if your good leg is the right one or the left one. We all have one leg that it's more friendly than the other one, and it's okay. So decide which one is going to be your good leg to come up and the other one will stay. But try to don't jump or to do nothing strange. If you have to jump, maybe you want to stay longer in the exercise that we did before, or maybe you want to jump, it's okay. I started jumping as well, but it's important to start to control slowly. So as small and slowly as I move, as better as it is. So I will bring the leg up and maybe I can bend the other one, trying to bring it as close as I can from me in the same time that I'm pressing. And maybe I can hold here. Some people will have more balance by opening and going to the back with the right leg. You can play and decide and slowly come back. So here you can repeat the same that we did, that if you can control that, you can control your Sirsasana for sure. And now I will try to go with the same leg and see if I can stay a bit longer. So sometimes you can sit first. I'm okay here. Sometimes I need to do like small jump or a bigger jump to say, okay, I start here and slowly I start to close the legs and meet them higher. But that is up to you. And that depends a lot in which kind of body and skills you have. I want to find the position, and this time I will bring the two knees close to me, and from there I go with them together. Usually you bring the knees together and you go one by one. You can play, but I think that it's good to work in pairs. But the most important is that you feel that the position is good for you. So walk and bring it as close as you can. Bend one, bend the other one, knees together, heels together, and see if you can start to come up. Trust on you. And maybe you can extend the legs, but check your forearms, your shoulders. Probably you're not thinking about them anymore. Breathe, and let's see if you can bring the heels close to your butt, to your glutes, knees. Again, close to you, and slide, and come back. Good. How did it feel? Then tell me. And now we will close with a proper Sirsasana. So if you have a wall, you can use it, but try to have a better distance so you have this space to open and then come back. That for sure. And if you feel more stable and you say, okay, I want to practice, you can go in the way that you want. If you can go with one leg and then with the other one, perfect. That would be one option. Or you can try to go with both legs together. So it depends a bit in which practice you have and in which level you are. So I will show you the variation so you can decide, and we will practice for the next minute or minute and a half, and you can explore different variations. But it's always the same. So I can walk, bring one up, then the other one, taking all the time I need, pressing and activated a lot, and I can stay here. Or option 2, I can walk, but with my hip, I try to go
harder and farther, so I can maybe bring the legs together. If I want to do it straight with my core, it's harder, but if you try to go with your hip, especially now, the movement is I'm going with my hip to the back, belly in, pressing shoulders, pressing forearms. I go, 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 go. And maybe I can stay flying in 90 degree. And maybe I can continue going until my front feet are in contact with the floor.
So you have many options to play. And another one that I like, especially if you are starting, so this, I hope you can see it. You can calculate the distance that you need on the wall by opening your foot and checking the other one. So here can be the space that you need for have. So instead, the most safe variation would be if I'm facing the wall, but the one that I like if it's I'm not facing the wall. Why? Because I can use the wall as a help, but I can find my variation. So more or less I will bring my
ground to the place that I have my foot, and here I can walk the feet, pressing a bit, bring one leg up, bending the other one, and I find the balance here. And maybe then I say, okay, I feel ready for bring the legs. Okay, I'm afraid, I can use the wall as a help. I'm okay, I continue exploring.
But if we do it in the other way, we don't have the control. And if we are in the variation that I show you, you can see the wall and you can use it for a top for your foot. This is it for this practice, and I hope that it helped you to develop. If you are motivated, you can do it longer, you can increase, you can play. Even if you have a nice Sirsasana and you can bring the legs up, then you can fly, then you can play creating a diamond or interlacing the legs. I will show you this because I know many of you already have it.
So with my legs here, I can do whatever I want. Maybe I want to try to open them as much as they want in the lateral way. I have the wall for the horizontal. Bringing the legs up, creating maybe a diamond with the legs, or even an eagle legs, one leg on top of the other one, changing the legs, so you practice with both of them. And anything you want, you can do, actually, whatever you feel.
Okay, so hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon. And I will open a pool to decide which asana you want to work on. And I want to create this kind of special and dedicated workout or practice so you can get stronger and more flexible, and also to achieve what you want to achieve. We know that yoga is not only asana, and it's not important if you can do or not do something, but I think that it's a good motivation. And also when you start to explore, for example, your headstand, you start to connect maybe with some fears that you have. Maybe when we let go the control, we start to be more scared. So even if it's, for me, it's not important how it looks like, or if you can do or cannot do some asana, I think that it's nice that if you want to do something, and that if you want to develop some strength on your arms or be capable to change the perspective about life, it's good to practice on the mat too. So that's why I'm trying to do this, not with the idea to say, hey, we have to do it, because for me that is not yoga. But I think that it's nice to say what happened when we start to explore ourselves. So thank you for practicing today. Thank you for being with us in this beautiful journey, and see you soon.